Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, where timeless spiritual principles meet modern day success. I am Gloria Grace Rand, the light messenger, and Happy New Year. It is January 1st of a brand new year, and it's an ideal time for fresh starts. And so for me, it means sharing powerful insights and practical strategies with you at noon on Wednesdays to help you thrive in 25. I like that. I really like that. I love the rhyming of it, and that's what we're going to do. All of us are going to do that. Yes, that's I'm setting the intention. I was on a wonderful show last night where we talked about was one of the person's words for the year was intention. And so yeah, so let's dive right in. So what one of my morning rituals that I do every day is to read the daily word from Unity. And today's theme is naturally for January 1st, it is fresh start. So here is the message. I'm going to read it to you. It says, there may be no better time to imagine a new story for myself than at the start of a year that feels exciting and full of possibility. I seize the day to make a fresh start. I begin in a period of quiet contemplation by feeling the power of the present. In prayer, I claim the divine ideas of imagination and zeal to imagine my goals for the new year and have the energy to get started on them. The year is stretched out before me, inviting me to begin again. I rise to meet the opportunity eager and faith filled. Rejuvenated and inspired, I live as the divine being I am, blessed and equipped to make my dreams come true. Hmm. I love that. And that's what this it's a wonderful time of year. There's any time of year you can really start new goals. And in fact, I actually started a new goal for myself way back in October now, to eat healthier. And I have been doing that. And because I know a lot of times people will start, their New Year's resolution is, oh, I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to, do things like that. And then, what do they say? 4 weeks later, or maybe not even that, maybe 2 weeks later, those resolutions have gone the wayside. And, you know, it's, it's, it's better sometimes to start things earlier in the year. Oh, and I love this. Amanda says her word is connection for this year. That is a great word. And I actually don't even have a new word yet for this year. I love to, again, I like going to Unity, and they always have something the first weekend in January where they do a white stone ceremony, and they lead you in a meditation where then you sort of allow your intuition, your higher self, to give you the word for the year. And so I'm waiting until Sunday, so for my word. So I will let you know what that is when it comes to me. But yeah, it really is an ideal time to do a fresh start and to look at where you are. What new story do you want to create for yourself and your business this year, for that matter? Because you can always rewrite these stories anytime you want. So I have a podcast called Live, Love, Engage, same name as my book, and I talked about this recently about taking stock of and looking at what you did in the past year, doing a sort of a sacred review, and just going through and seeing how where you excelled, maybe where you have some places to improve upon this year, let's say. Because we want to frame this in a positive light, because of course you can be doom and gloom, but let's face it, when you are that way, you just attract more of the doom and gloom to yourself. And if we want to thrive in 25, we need to start focusing on the things that light us up. We need to take a look at what were the things that really worked well in our business, and the things that didn't. Well, let's spend some time thinking about it. Is this something that I can let go? Or is it just something that needs to be tweaked? Maybe I need to call a mentor, call a coach, and get some advice on how to improve this. Maybe you had a launch that didn't quite go the way that you wanted. Well, maybe it is because you didn't promote it enough. You didn't do enough marketing of it. I know I launched a new program last year. We can officially say that now. Actually right at the end of the year, my Align to Shine Academy. I didn't do a whole lot of marketing of it. I basically just sent out an email and invited people that way, and mentioned it in a couple of networking meetings that I was a part of. And that was okay because this was a beta program. I wanted to just get a few people in to be able to test it. And that's what I did. And so now I'm going to be spending probably this weekend actually going back over looking at the comments from the people who were in the program, their feedback, and then making adjustments for the next time, because I am going to launch it again in February. I've already set a date. And that can be something which just reminds me of when you're setting new goals and things like that, is to set dates of what you want to accomplish. And of course, I know we do this when we do planning. And in fact, I've got this brand new planner. In fact, I've got one for every quarter. I've had these for like 2 years now. Didn't use them. Wasn't ready. And that's okay. Now I am. I've actually have started to write things in here. See, look, I turned right to the page where you see there's still a lot of holes, but I'm working on it. Today I'm giving myself a little grace of not having it totally 100% filled out, because I'm getting used to it. This is a new habit for me to start doing this. And that could be something that you could start thinking about. What are some new habits and strategies that you want to implement for this year? Because you've got a whole new slate. It's a new month. Even if you don't think of it as a new year, it's a new month. It's a new quarter. And think about, what do you want to do differently this year? What has been working? And if you double down on that, we definitely want to do that. But just, think about what you want to do going forward and spend some time. Today you don't have to necessarily go full bore into working. It's still the holiday. So take this day. I know I was up late last night. Probably a lot of you were as well. And that's why I'm doing this at noon today, Eastern time, instead of first thing in the morning, because I was up past midnight last night and I couldn't even go to sleep right away because they were shooting fireworks off right in my neighborhood, very close to me. So it was really loud. My cat was freaking out. She was not very happy with it. Thankfully, it settled down and I was able to finally go to sleep. But then, of course, my other cat woke me up at 6 o'clock and said, "Breakfast time, Mom." And so 5 hours of sleep was not ideal for me. But one of the things that I do as we talk, what I mentioned earlier in the Daily Word, it said, begin in a period of quiet contemplation. And so one of my morning rituals, in addition to reading the Daily Word, is to spend time in meditation. And so I did do a little bit of meditation this morning. And that's such a great practice. Whenever you are, let's say you are looking over your business now and you're trying to figure out, okay, what new direction perhaps do I want to go in this year? Spend some time either meditating or journaling. I love journaling. That's a wonderful practice too. And just imagine, what if I had the ideal business, what would that look like? If I had the ideal life, what would that look like? And then start, what do they say? Reverse engineering it. Reverse engineer it to see how you can get there. And remember, they always say, what is it? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So don't try to do everything all at once. When you have like a big goal, you want to break it down into chunks and have it so that you can have something you want to do this month, something next month, and then something the third month of the quarter. And then break those monthly tasks down into weekly things that you want to get done. And it becomes so much more manageable when you can do that, because I know I like to do a whole bunch of things all at once, but it doesn't always work that way. Especially if you wanna have a life, if you wanna be able to have fun, you wanna go see your friends, you wanna spend time with your family. You need to have some, I don't like the term balance, but I like harmony. I like having harmony because you can't always have everything, work and family or work and fun isn't always going to be perfectly balanced. There's something is going to give. But if you can have it all working together, like picture an orchestra all working together, all the different instruments, they all have their part to play, and they all harmonize with one another. And let's see, what does Amanda say here? Oh, for me, stop chasing the new and focus on reinforcing what I have achieved. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I love that. That is so wonderful. Yes. Refreshing what is in place, starting with my website, implying what I have learned. Yes, I'm with you. I'm working on that myself. As a matter of fact, refreshing my website. I've been slowly doing that over the last couple of months. I still have some work to do. So I love that. Yeah. Yeah, good advice. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing that today. Yeah, just yeah. Um, and oh, thank you. I've got someone else, but you're writing in French, and I have no idea what you're saying, but I love it. Well, actually, I can sort of, the explanation's very interesting. Okay, see, I know I've listened to some French shows before, and I can sort of piece it out, but I am not going to try to pronounce it because no way. I have enough trouble learning Hungarian. All right. I think that's pretty much going to do it. I don't want these to be super long. I just want to be able to, just give you some tips and some ideas, as my says here, practical advice from a spiritual perspective. And I will leave you with one last thing. If you are someone who does affirmations, positive words of reinforcement in your life, then listen to this one, because I want you to think about this one. And this is again the Daily Word. They always have an affirmation to go with their message, and today's is, I harness the potent power of the present moment for a fresh start. Let me say that again. I harness the potent power of the present moment for a fresh start. That's it. It's about living in the moment, folks. It really is. And giving yourself space to think, okay, yeah, what do I want to do with this moment right now? So thank you for watching and for listening, and I will see you again. I haven't made up my mind if I'm doing these every week or every other week. So I'll either see you next week or the week after. I'm going to see for me how the week goes and what happens. So yeah, thanks. And if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me at my website, and which is, I'm going to put this here. I've got a free meditation I can offer you, but go to gloriarand.com and you can see what I'm all about. And maybe I'll fix this banner and put the website up there. That would probably be smart. Well, anyway, Happy New Year, everyone. Make 25 the year you and your business thrive.